Hey gang, my name's Chris. Thanks for watching. Let's look at some stuff that happened on Sunday in Week 12 that might affect how we think about some of our players heading toward the fantasy playoffs. Specifically, I want to look at Carson Wentz, Jared Cook, and the weirdness that went on between Chris Carson and Rashaad Penny. I want to start out talking about Wentz, who did not have horrendous weather to blame for a terrible performance against the Seahawks. He did have an extraordinarily limited receiving core, no question, and it's not fair for me to peg everything on him, but I'll show you there's more going on here than just the surrounding cast. Early in this game, the Eagles are driving, it's 3rd and 9, and Philly hits the perfect play call. I don't know if Miles Sanders scores on this play, but he's got a chance. And it's probably a 15-foot throw that Wentz airmails by, 5 feet? I can't even explain what's going on this play. Maybe we're tempted to ignore it as bad luck. But in the same quarter, same receiver, Wentz does it again. It is absolutely bizarre. I don't think it's miscommunication with Miles Sanders. I think it's like aliens who don't know how to play football have invaded his body. And I will show you a few plays where I do think the absence of Alshon Jeffrey and even, gross, Nelson Aguilar aided the Eagles being bad on Sunday and Wentz being bad. But this interception, this is just a bad read and bad execution. I'm not sure Dallas Goedert is open. I am sure that's probably a hold on the defender. But if you're going to squeeze into that tight window, you can't underthrow it like that. This interception late in the game from the robot cam view, you can see how bad it winds up looking. His intended receiver, Jordan Matthews, is never open. But this is a mental mistake because Wentz thinks he's got cover 2 from the defense, where the corner is supposed to pass off the receiver and the safety would be too far away and there'll be a deep window for Wentz to hit. But he's misread the coverage. He's misdiagnosed the defense. The corner stays with the receiver. Yuck, it looks really bad. This is another example. I guess it's borderline for me. Is this a bad throw by Wentz, or was he expecting an inexperienced receiver, Greg Ward, to power down? Maybe both. If Ward does power down, aren't we going to throw this ball right at his feet? But listen, there were also plenty of times when the receiving core just wasn't on the same page. This 4th down, Wentz expects Arcega-Whiteside to stop, and he doesn't stop. And the ball looks badly thrown, but I think this is much more on the receiver. This one's not the quarterback's fault. Yeah, just another quick example of this from his own end zone. This looks like a flutter ball disaster of a throw, but watch Wentz's reaction to Jordan Matthews. Come on, dude. You're supposed to go that way. And there's also just continued pocket awareness troubles. And listen, some of that is very much probably because of a lack of comfort with the receivers, but we are too deep into the season to make excuses. Carson Wentz didn't suddenly get terrible for his entire career, but he's not playing well enough that we can use him in fantasy leagues right now and feel good about it, even if someone like Alshon Jeffrey comes back in Week 13. We're sponsored by Leesa. If you think you might be in the market for a new mattress, boy, I really do recommend Leesa. Sleep on one every night. Personally, I love it, but I'm also just some jackwagon on the internet, and that's why Leesa will give you 100 nights to sleep on your new mattress, and if you don't love it, you send it back after more than 3 months. No questions asked. Get your money back. You can't do that with a brick-and-mortar mattress store because they don't work that way. Those mattress showrooms give you 5 days or something, and that's it. Good luck to you. I personally think you'll love your new bed, but this is a sure way to find out. Plus, we can get you 15% off when you go to Leesa.com and use the promo code HarrisTube. Okay, let's get back into it, and let's be a little positive. Jared Cook had himself an adventurous day for the Saints. This catch in the first quarter against Carolina, that is a shaky offensive interference call that wasn't overturned on replay because, of course it wasn't, would have been 42 yards, but didn't count. On the same drive, a perfect throw to Cook in the end zone, a slant where, he's big and he's open and he's got it, and celebrations are about to ensue, but Eric Reed gets his hand in there, and as they go to the ground, oh no! And we've seen enough Jared Cook days end in frustration, and when I saw this, that's certainly what I was worried about. Very next series, Cook gets another end zone target, but you can see that he's got Luke Kuechly covering him on a post route, and dang it, if Breeze throws it just a little earlier or even a little higher, probably a touchdown. And now as I'm watching, I'm thinking, this is going to be a day of blown opportunities for Jared Cook. He ends the first half with, I think, 1 catch, 16 yards, but here we go, third quarter. The Saints weren't going to stop feeding him in this game. Here's the touchdown he was probably due. Third end zone target, out and up, a perfect throw from Drew Brees, and we can sigh in relief as Jared Cook is on for a good statistical week, and actually now 4 touchdowns in the last 5 games where he's been active. And to cap it off, he does this. This is an overthrow from Brees, and Cook climbed the ladder to go get that. That's an extremely good catch for a player who got lots of chances in Week 12 and deserved his good fate in this game. Jared Cook is not a favorite player of mine, but he played really well in this game and got lots of chances, and here's another tight end where if you're riding him because you couldn't find anyone else, of course, is there skepticism it's going to keep going all season? Of course. But there's no question you don't bet into this winning streak. Keep riding. Okay, unfortunately, we need to talk about Seattle running back Chris Carson because he's now the NFL's leading fumbler. He did it again on Sunday. This first one comes in the fourth quarter with Seattle in control, and he's lucky, because he's able to recover his own fumble. But given the issues he's had all season, boy, that's it. Right? He'd really better get it under control. Very next play. So this fumble will wind up being credited to Russell Wilson as a fumble by him. But as we look at the replays, the game announcer said it in the moment. It's pretty obvious. Chris Carson is expecting not to be handed the ball, but I don't know. Whom do you trust? Russell Wilson or this joker? Carson had a bad production game anyway. And I'll say they made sure to give him the very next handoff after this one. But to say it's no issue is whistling past the graveyard, especially because Rashaad Penny, who I did a long tape review on for the podcast last week, decided to show up. And I'm not going to call this one amazing work by him. It's a pitch out left where, they hit the defense right. The defense is looking the other direction. He's got acres of room to run. He gets a bunch of yards. But it led to more work. This winds up being a big hole, but I think Penny makes a pretty decent cut to find that hole and scoot through it. You can see raw materials here. And yeah, on this one, he makes a man miss and gets to the outside for another 21 yards, and we'll run it back, and we'll show you the view from above. So, okay, he has vision to see the defense plug up the initial hole, and his shuffle to the left is a little bit indifferent. It's fine. But when he gets to number 32 there, Rasul Douglas, he makes a real nice lateral step to explode away and create the big run for himself. He kind of did that on his own. I think that is a very good run. And of course, all that is prologue for the big score, the big touchdown, the one that will have legit box score ramifications as people open up their game logs and look at the stats and go, oh, wait a minute, Rashaad Penny scored a touchdown and wound up with 129 yards? What the heck is going on? So let me make it clear, from having watched this film, this was not Rashaad Penny playing because Chris Carson had been benched for fumbling. This was Carson starting, Penny getting a series in the second quarter, but looking pretty good. So then they decided to give him a couple other series in the second half, and obviously he made the most of the opportunity. To this point, the Seahawks have been wildly and fiercely and perhaps improbably loyal to Chris Carson despite his many fumbles. But fantasy owners are going to have to be wary headed to Week 13. I'm going to have Carson rated ahead of Penny, but I'm going to have Penny rated a little bit higher because Penny should be a factor. And frankly, it's hard to admit it, but Chris Carson could be a fumble away from the doghouse. Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.